Today, I'm simply going to be sharing with you all a list of some things that I like right now. This is a series here on Anything Goes where every once in a while I sit down and share with you a list of some things that have recently been bringing me joy, have recently been added into my routine. I like to stick to a routine in my life because I like structure, but the way that I keep things exciting is within my routine, I swap things out. I try out new makeup, I try out new fashion ideas, I try out new foods, all within the comfort and safety and structure of my routine. And this is what keeps my life exciting. And so that's why every once in a while I like to sit down and discuss them with you all. So without further ado, let's begin. I briefly interrupt this episode to let you know that this episode is presented by The Ordinary. Self-care is important, but it can be super expensive, right? Especially when you're talking skincare products. Thankfully, The Ordinary is focused on quality skincare that's priced to make great skincare accessible to everyone. And that genuinely works. Formulations created in their lab designed to give your skin precisely what it needs. They've even made a free regimen builder on their website if you don't know where to start. Use code MSC10 for 10% off at theordinary.com. Now back to the episode. Starting with something that I honestly can't believe made the list, but it's something I'm really enjoying right now. And that's wearing high-heeled shoes. I notoriously do not like high-heeled shoes. I've stated many times publicly that I think my foot anatomy is like not compatible with high-heeled shoes because the level of pain that I experience when I wear high-heeled shoes seems more extreme than my peers. Like if I'm at like a fashion event and I'm wearing heels, I'll be like in agonizing pain, like barely like sliding my feet around, barely able to walk, and everybody else is totally fine. I don't know what it is about my particular feet. I just can't wear heels. But there's a certain height of heel that's tall enough to look like a strong heel. Add height, add, sort of the strength of a heel, if that makes sense, but not hurt my feet. And that's the type of heel that I'm talking about, okay? A comfortable heel. I love the look and the feel of wearing a heel recently. And I mean, I've been wearing like heeled boots, little kitten heels occasionally for the last couple of years. But recently, like all I want to wear is a heel. As often as I can, I've been gravitating towards a heel. I just like the feeling that I get when I'm wearing a heel. There's something about the way that a heel elevates a look that makes me feel good. And even though a comfortable heel for me is still a little bit uncomfortable, it's been worth it for me lately to push through that discomfort because I like the way I feel in a heel so much. I don't really know what it is. I think it's partially the fact that as I'm getting older, I crave like a look that really makes me feel confident. Confident isn't even the word. The word that's coming to mind for me is powerful, but I also don't really like that word because I actually don't think that it's power. Like I don't really care about having power. And I'm not just saying that because it makes me sound like a cute, like, oh, I don't care about I don't care about power, but I really don't. Like that's not something that drives me necessarily. Do you know what? Maybe I'm craving a sense of elegance, a sense of chicness maybe. And that's just it just makes me feel good. I almost can't even explain it. But there's something about the little boost of height. There's something about the way that they make me stand up a little bit straighter. There's something about the way that it makes pants or skirts look. Like it takes a pant or a skirt and it makes the pant or the skirt stronger for some reason. Like it just looks stronger. I literally can't explain it. It makes sense in my head. I think I sound a little bit bizarre right now, but I mean, I don't think I sound that bizarre. I think that's why people like heels. There's a sharpness to them. There's a strength to them. I don't know. But I've been just craving the feeling that I get when I wear heels a lot lately. And it's so interesting because I've literally avoided heels my entire life as much as possible because they've just always been so uncomfortable to me. But recently I've been like even trying to push myself out of my comfort zone with heels that are more uncomfortable than I normally would wear. Like I have this pair of boots that I love. It's one of my favorite pairs of boots. And the heel is a little bit higher than I physically am comfortable with. Like it hurts. They hurt. But I'm literally trying to train myself to wear them because I love the way that I feel when I wear them so much. Maybe it's just a phase. Maybe I'm feeling a bit more confident in my life, so I want to like look and feel a bit more confident, so that's like coming out in the way I'm dressing myself. Maybe I'm lacking a little bit of confidence and that's why I'm gravitating towards them. I actually don't really know, and I haven't done the soul searching. Maybe it's not that deep. I don't really know, but for whatever reason, I'm gravitating towards them and I love them. I've been wearing a lot of heeled boots, some like ankle ones that I cover with a pant, some like knee-high boots, wearing those with skirts or capris. I have some cute little like pumps, like a little black pair of pumps. I have kitten heels, all varying in their comfort levels and their height, but I'm just loving it. Okay, moving on to something that I also can't believe made this list. I haven't enjoyed this particular thing in probably like 12 years. Bare nails, okay? If you're watching the video version of this episode, you can see I don't have nail polish on. This is so out of character, okay? I've been getting my nails done since I was in middle school. I have been obsessively doing my nails since I was a kid. In fact, when I was younger, I was obsessed with doing nail art on myself. I had a nail art Instagram. Okay, I would do cheetah print. I did like an ombre sunset with like the silhouette of a palm tree one time. I did flowers. I did so many. I was obsessed with nail art. For many years, I was really into getting long nails, like super long nails, like so long that I could barely wipe my ass. It's always been the like consistent beauty related appointment in my life. More recently, I stopped getting long nails because I wanted to learn to play guitar. But then even after I let go of the guitar hobby for a second to focus on other hobbies, I didn't get my nails put back on because number one, I didn't know when I'd want to pick the guitar back up again, but also because I was really enjoying having short nails. Like it was really nice to not be impeded by the long nails. The long nails are a chore, you know? Like a lot of things become more difficult when you have long nails, as many of you may know or might assume. And so I started just doing like normal gel polish on the nails. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to start doing my own nails. And then recently I was like, you know what? I'm going to give my nails a break. Like I've been doing polish on them for so long, you know, using harsh products on them for so long. It'd be nice to just give them a break. And I was also kind of tired of doing my own nails. And then for like the last month or so, I just haven't had polish on them. And to be honest, I love it. I don't know. There's something about the natural nail that is kind of cute. I mean, listen, like if there was some sort of surgery that I could get done that would make it so that I had my nails done for the rest of time, I would do it. Actually, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. Who am I kidding? I definitely wouldn't do that. But I would consider it, you know, because I like having my nails done so much. But I just got to this point where I was like, it's not worth it. And I actually think the natural nails are cute for right now. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the natural nail. I think like for events and stuff, perhaps I'll put on some like crazy claws to sort of accentuate, to accessorize the outfit. You know, that could be kind of fun. Perhaps I'll get back into a phase of doing my nails again. Perhaps I'll get back into a phase of going to the salon and doing the whole thing. I don't know. But for right now, for whatever reason, I'm really enjoying the low maintenance-ness and the look of natural, clean nails. And I've gotten into grooming my natural nails, which has been really nice. You know, cleaning up the cuticles, trimming the nails, like buffing them, whatever. And that's been enough for me. I'm happy with how they look. As my personal style and as my taste evolves, I become more interested in natural things. I see a different kind of beauty in simplicity as well. Like I actually see the beauty in the lack of a fashion choice. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm like getting too heady with it, but I'm enjoying the natty nail. So we'll see how long this lasts. I don't know. Next. This is another thing I can't believe I'm talking about. Eyeliner. I've been loving eyeliner, specifically in the Waterline. Okay. I have it done right now in the Waterline, in the tight line, whatever it's called. Like not eyeliner outside on the skin, but rather in the waterline. And it's funny because I've always been sort of afraid of eyeliner because it's a hard makeup technique to master. I've tried to do winged liner a trillion times in my life, and it's never once looked good when I do it. If I'm working with a makeup artist, sure, do winged eyeliner. Sure, like do some sort of complex, whatever. But with me, no. Like me at home doing my own makeup, no. I've never been able to do it. I have tried time and time again, but I've never been able to do it. But also I think the other thing is too, I actually don't like how winged liner looks on me enough to really get good at it. So I've just never gotten into it. When it comes to putting eyeliner in the tight line of my eye, I don't really know why I've never gotten into it. I think for a long time I felt like it was unflattering on me, but then I was constantly being proved wrong when I would work with makeup artists and they would do it and it would look good. Recently I started doing it again, and I think it started working because I've gotten a lot better at eyeshadow. And so I'm able to kind of do like a full vibe on the eye now in a way that I didn't always know how to do. And so for whatever reason, recently it's been looking good when I do it myself. And I think it was one of those things where I like gave up on it for a while. I was like, you know what? I just don't do eyeliner. It's just not what I do. And then recently I tried it again because I was just kind of bored and like, fuck it, maybe it'd be fun. And I ended up loving it. And then I was like, wait, I'm in. This is so good. It's so good. And it actually solves a problem that I've been having with my own personal makeup routine for a long time, which is feeling like my eyes, like my eye makeup never looks complete. It never looks strong enough. I've had that issue for so long, and I knew it was that I didn't know how to do eyeliner, but I was like, I just can't do it. So I think this is just an issue that I'm gonna have forever. But I finally cracked the code. I've been loving it. I think it actually accentuates my eye. I think it makes the whole makeup look cohesive. I think it blends like the mascara into the eye. Like, I love it. And I mean, I know I'm not reinventing the wheel here. It's such an obvious like makeup technique, and it's also not that hard unless you're squeamish about putting things near your eyeball, because you do have to get that eyeliner pencil close to the eyeball. That personally doesn't bother me, so it's very easy for me. And now I love it. So my favorite eyeliner colors to use in my waterline: black, of course, maroon, dark red, and brown. That's it. I tried like a white in my waterline, didn't like it. I tried like a nude, didn't like it. I like darker colors in my waterline, and that's also because I like a moodier, creepier makeup. Like my go-to makeup style is a bit creepier, maybe, if you will, for the lack of a better word. Like I like using reds and grays. I don't like blushy looks. I like looking a bit more like, washed out perhaps. I don't cover my under eye circles. I like leaving those uncovered because I like the dimension of the dark circle. Yeah, I like a more sort of like creepier sort of makeup look. So it makes sense that I like those shades in my waterline. But I'm loving the vibe. I'm glad I finally figured it out because it's making my makeup look complete. And I'm definitely in a phase recently where I'm loving wearing makeup. I have fun with it. And I feel like I'm getting better at it too, which is making me enjoy it more. I think now I'm going to go off on a tangent, but we have time. What else do we have to do? It reminds me of how I feel about cooking. I used to hate cooking, or I didn't hate it, but I didn't really like it. And it's because I didn't really know enough about it, right? Cooking was stressful to me because the only way that I could participate in it was following a recipe or making something really simple that's like obvious, like putting toast into the toaster and putting avocado and like salt and pepper on it, or like, boiling pasta and then putting pasta sauce on it. That was the only type of cooking that I would participate in because anything else kind of stressed me out. Then I became obsessed with watching cooking shows. And over the years, I actually acquired a lot of cooking knowledge. And now I'm actually able to cook for myself, like off the cuff. Like I can wing it. Like a few nights ago, for example, I had a bunch of random things in my fridge and no plan. And I was able to go in my pantry, go in my fridge, and figure shit out because I know what flavors go well together. I know different techniques to use. I know how to make a salad dressing. I know what flavors go well together. I know how to balance flavors. I can like wing it now with raw ingredients and like figure it out. And that's made me enjoy cooking more and more. The fact that I actually know how to wing it. It's the same thing with makeup. Makeup is stressful when you don't really know how to do it well. And so the only way you know how to do it is to follow a tutorial. But following a tutorial isn't fun. It's a lot more fun once you can figure out your own thing, once you can kind of take the raw materials and do something. And I think I have learned how to do makeup through watching videos about it, but also through experimenting myself over the years and through having makeup artists do my makeup. And I understand how it works. One day, maybe I'll be able to do wing liner, but to be honest, I don't really care about wing liner that much. But I don't know, maybe one day I'll get really good at it. But for now, we're using eyeliner and the Waterline and calling it a day. Okay, moving on. This is another thing that is hilarious that has made the list. But it's been kind of on my mind for a while. And just recently, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. Chokers. I'm talking about 2010 ass chokers. Okay. I recently got a few little chokers. Okay. I bought a black leather choker, like a thin black leather choker. And I bought 2 lace chokers, one, a white one and a red one. And I'm into it. I'm into chokers. Okay. Chokers were so in when I was like in middle school. Everybody was obsessed with the choker. It was so Tumblr. It was so Pinterest. It was so cool. It was so aesthetic. And then they went out in a big way. It became cringe to wear a choker. But I recently have felt like at times when styling myself, like, oh, I wish I had, something to put around the neck because I feel like that would like really make the outfit like flow better. It would just like add to the look. And enough occurrences occurred where I was getting dressed and I was like, I wish I had a choker. I can't believe I'm saying that, but like, I wish I did. And so I eventually was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some chokers. So I got a few and I've been loving them. And again, this might be a phase. Like I might in a month look back at me wearing chokers and be like, this is cringe. There have actually, now that I think back though, over the last few years, there have been a few occasions where I've worn a choker. Like, my stylist and I have many times put me in a choker that maybe is not a traditional choker, right? Like the classic black lace looking stretchy choker that we all remember from 2010, but like some sort of tight necklace around the neck. We've tied ribbons around my neck. There was one red carpet look I did where I had this like sort of corset leather choker around my neck thing, whatever. We've played around with choker like necklaces, but I didn't have any in my collection. Like I wasn't wearing chokers. But I'm into it right now. I'm into it. And I think they can really add a lot to a look. And what I like about chokers is that they don't actually feel like jewelry to me. Cause like the chokers that I have are fabric, right? I have a little leather one. It's not real leather, faux leather, but whatever. Leathery sort of choker, lace. It's like fabric. It just kind of like continues the outfit up onto the neck, which I like. It's almost like wearing like a scarf. It has the same impact as like wearing a scarf in a way. It's like fun. Okay, moving on. I have figured out my at-home working uniform and I've perfected it, okay? I made a YouTube video a few months back about putting effort into my appearance, even when I'm alone. And the premise of the video was basically I spend a lot of time at home by myself, working in my pajamas with my hair undone. And perhaps that's not healthy. It was almost like an experiment. And so for 5 days, I tried dressing myself up all the time, feeling cute all the time. And I learned a lot from the experiment. It actually honestly changed my life. And it's changed the way I approach dressing myself for all occasions. It's inspired me to dress up even more when I go out on the town. Possibly has something to do with my new obsession with wearing heels. Could potentially have impacted my feeling around makeup. Like I think it's gotten me back into makeup in a way that I've like not been into makeup in a long time. It's got me into wearing cute pajamas. I used to never wear cute pajamas. Like I would always just wear like whatever the fuck, like a baggy t-shirt that was ugly and like this ugly pair of orange sweat shorts that were super stretched out and looked like I had like pooped myself in them because they were like baggy in the butt in a way that looked like a loaded diaper. Like they were hideous. Now I wear cute pajama sets to bed, like it really was an impactful experiment. But one of the things that I think was the most challenging, and I didn't figure it out in the video, was what do I wear when I'm working at home by myself? And during the experiment, I tried wearing like normal clothes, like pants, and makeup. That was kind of like that was what I tried for the experiment, but that didn't fully work because it was a little weird. It was a little weird to be wearing like normal clothes at home when I'm like sitting on the couch working, or like if I'm walking on my treadmill, working on my iPad, or, if I'm sitting and recording a podcast, or, it like didn't make sense to be wearing pants and like stretching out my pants just to like make myself look good when I'm at home. Like I was like, there must be a middle ground, something that I feel like looks chic. I feel confident in it, but it's also comfortable and can double as active wear when I'm like, say, walking on my treadmill, working on my iPad, because that's something I do a lot so that I'm not sitting for 15 hours straight. And I figured it out. My at-home sort of uniform is the perfect balance of chic and comfortable. It's unbelievably comfortable. Let's start actually with the shoes. I have been wearing, I can't believe that I even think that these are chic, around my house all day long. I'm wearing them right now. I'm holding them up because I had them on my feet. I'm holding them up on screen. These are all black Brooks running shoes, okay? They're not cute, but because they're all black, they just blend in with the rest of my outfit, which I'll get into in a second. I wear these almost like they're slippers. I wear them all day long. I've been doing it for like multiple months now, and it's really working for me. So I wear my all black running shoes, and then I wear a pair of black sweatpants that fit in a way that I think is chic, okay? They're super soft sweatpants, are pretty straight leg, but at the bottom, they kind of flare out a little bit. They almost look like yoga pants. They're very flattering and very cute, okay? And I have multiple pairs, and they're black. That sort of matches with the shoe. And then on top, I wear a simple black t-shirt or tank top or long sleeve that's comfortable, soft, cute, whatever. And then if I'm cold, on top of that, I'll wear either perhaps like a cute little black cardigan, or I'll wear a little cute black sweatshirt. That's the vibe. Basically all black athleisure with black running shoes. Now, here's the thing. There's something about an all black outfit that always feels chic to me. It's just so cohesive. There's something about it that's just sharp and chic. I love it. And I also wear around my house a lot of times, I'm holding it up on screen, this little black crossbody bag. It's nylon. I also wear this same outfit to and from my workout classes, okay? The only thing that changes is that I wear my favorite pair of black flip-flops. They're the brand Olakai. They're wonderful, so comfortable. Those are great. So that's the only thing that changes. But that's kind of like my at-home comfy but chic outfit. And I have a few different versions of it. I have a lot of repeats in my closet. Like I have like multiple pairs of this particular black sweatpant that I love. But I also have like a cashmere set that I wear sometimes too. Like a cashmere pair of, sweatpants and a matching zip-up sweatshirt that also matches with a black cardigan. Like I mix and match it around like with various different black athleisure pieces in my closet. But that is the uniform. I will say my favorite brand for this uniform is the brand Blue Salt. It's spelled BLEUSALT. It's pricey, but I love it. And there are a lot of things similar that are not as expensive, but I this brand just does such a good job, and I appreciate like their materials. It's so soft and it fits so beautifully, and I love it, and I wear it every day. From Blue Salt, I tend to get the sweatpants and the tops. So like, the t-shirts, the tank tops, the long sleeves. And that's the uniform. I'm basically just wearing all black around the house all the time. With my I have a bunch of cute little black reading glasses that I wear. It's like, it's all a vibe. It feels like a vibe to me. And it's comfortable. That's the most important thing. Okay, moving on. Eating dinner early. Why does everyone want to have dinner at 8 p.m.? Why are we trying to make a dinner reservation for 8 p.m.? Listen, I get it after a work day. Like if you're meeting your friends on a Friday night, everyone has work and then has to go home and change and then go. Like I get it. On a Saturday, why are we making a dinner reservation for 8 p.m.? We got all day. Why not skip the rush, go at 6 p.m.? Why not? Then you have more time to digest before you go to sleep. It's still light out, perhaps, depending on the time of year, which is kind of wonderful, you know? I don't know. I like an early dinner. And then also during the week, when I'm sort of scheduling my own life out, I like an early dinner because not only do I have more time to digest before I go to sleep, but also it eliminates the need for like a random snack that I don't like. I used to get so hungry at like 5 and I'd be like, oh, but it's too early for dinner. So I guess I'll have a snack now, but I'm still going to be hungry, but I want to wait for dinner. But it's like, what are we doing? Why am I trying to wait until 7:30 for dinner? Why don't I eat dinner when I'm hungry at like 5:30, 6? I don't like eating late in the evening and then going to sleep like full and then I'm like having acid reflux as I'm trying to fall asleep. Listen, I sound aggressive, but it's more towards myself. Like I, for some reason, believed that I needed to eat dinner later in the day. I think my thought process was like, I can't eat at 5 because then I'll get hungry again. Like I need to eat later so that I can go to bed feeling satisfied. And it's not like, 10:30 and I'm hungry and then I have to get up and have a snack and then go back to bed. Like the idea was like go to bed more full but then sometimes I'd be uncomfortable going to bed. Do you know what I'm saying? I like an early dinner. I just like it better. In Los Angeles anyway, when it comes to making a dinner reservation, those key time slots like between 7 and 8:30 are so hard to get. And oftentimes you need to plan ahead. There's no room for spontaneity if you want to eat dinner at those key hours. But if you want to be spontaneous at like 5:30, 6 p.m., a lot of times you can do that. There'll be open tables. So anywho, I don't know. I'm just into an early dinner. I briefly paused this episode to let you know that this episode is brought to you by Uber. Heading back to campus this fall, you should check out Uber One for Students. It comes with a bunch of perks like $0 delivery fees, up to 10% off eligible orders, and 6% back in Uber credits on rides. Plus, daily freebies from your favorite brands. Try it out now and get your first 4 weeks free. Become an Uber One for Students member and start saving on Uber and Uber Eats. Eligibility and member terms apply. Now back to the episode. Moving on to something far more interesting and important. Frozen fucking yogurt. Frozen yogurt is back, people. I'm telling you, the 2010s are coming back. Chokers, frozen yogurt, it's all happening, okay? Frozen yogurt was so popular when I was in middle school around the same time as choker necklaces, and I was obsessed. And then once I got into high school, I kind of forgot about frozen yogurt. Like everybody kind of got over it. Maybe occasionally we'd go out for frozen yogurt, but it was pretty much over. And then once I moved out, oh wait, no, I actually had a major frozen yogurt phase when I first moved to LA. I just remembered, oh my God, I was obsessed. I lived close to this frozen yogurt spot that had the best peanut butter flavor frozen yogurt, and I used to have it all the time. So that I actually have had a frozen yogurt phase since 2010, since the 2010 era. But after my frozen yogurt phase, when I was like 18 and I first moved to LA, I have not been into frozen yogurt. It just hasn't been a part of my routine. But recently, I rediscovered it with a passion. I'm obsessed. I love everything about it. I can't stop talking about it. I think I'm going to get frozen yogurt tonight. I have a plan with somebody to get yogurt tonight. So excited. Can't wait. I love everything about the experience. I love picking out the size of my cup. I usually get the biggest one because I like room to mix it around because I'll explain that in a second. I usually get the biggest cup, fill it with my favorite flavors. I like classic tart frozen yogurt. I like berry flavors like raspberry, blackberry, love that type of flavor. At the particular place I go to, they have a honey flavor. I love that. I get to swirl it myself, fill it myself. Like I love that experience. I love that I'm self-serving myself yogurt. Not every frozen yogurt place lets you serve yourself, but most places do. And that's part of the wonder and the joy of it is the fact that you get to make it yourself. Like if you go get a scoop of ice cream, they're scooping it for you. You don't get to choose your scoop size. No, you have absolutely no autonomy. And I can't tell you how many times I get upset because I got an ice cream and I'm like, this scoop is weak. They didn't pack the scooper filled. Like it was an empty scoop. It's like a airy scoop. Does that make sense? Like they didn't, like sometimes when you're getting ice cream, they'll take this ice cream scooper and they'll like really compact a ball of ice cream for you, a dense ball. Sometimes they don't do that and they'll barely like compact the ball of ice cream together. So you end up getting like 2 bites of fucking ice cream. That is upsetting. Okay. That sucks. I asked for a scoop of ice cream, not like an half empty scoop of ice cream. Do you know what I'm saying? Like press it down, make it a compact ball of ice cream. Give me what I'm paying for here. They don't always do that. Whereas with frozen yogurt, you can choose your own adventure. Okay. You can fill that cup up as much as you want. You might pay the price, because it's pay by weight sort of situation, but you have all the control. It's all in your hands. And I love that. I like topping it with fruits. Okay. I'm always putting the fruit on there. I love doing a little granola. I love doing a little chia seeds. As you can tell, I live in Los Angeles and where I get frozen yogurt is very like health food LA coded, where you can get like chia seeds and granola and fruit and, superfood toppings. But all of them usually have fruit. All of them usually have granola. Chia seeds, maybe not. But that's like, who cares about that ingredient? I put it on there because I kind of like the texture, but like I don't really need them. They're not crucial. Then I take my yogurt, I take my spoon and I mix it up. Mix it until it's almost like Cold Stone Creamery. Like I mixed so that it's almost like one. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I eat it and I smile. And sometimes I get a little bit of gas, but that's what happens when you eat dairy. I used to avoid dairy altogether, but I've slowly like microdosed it back into my life. And to be honest, I haven't had too much of an issue. I get a little fart here and there, but it's been fine. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt these days, eating a lot of frozen yogurt, and I'm loving it. And it's so good. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I love frozen yogurt. I'm obsessed. Everything about it is good. Frozen yogurt is back. Go to your local frozen yogurt place and enjoy the experience. If you forgot about frozen yogurt, wake up. Wake up. And after you have dinner tonight, go get your fucking sweet treat at your local frozen yogurt joint. I still sometimes crave like ice cream over frozen yogurt. Like there are times when I just want ice cream, I guess, but not that often. I'm scared to say this because I don't know if I even mean it, but I think I might like frozen yogurt better than ice cream. Do I mean that? I don't know. Actually, maybe I don't mean that. I think I like them both for different reasons, but I am loving frozen yogurt. It's so good. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, I have to get frozen yogurt tonight. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I have to. Anyway, okay, moving on. As some of you may know, because I've talked about it ad nauseum, I am sober. I've been sober for a year now. I talk about it like every episode, and it is kind of like a personality trait for me. Not intentionally, though. I'm not like, because I don't think it matters. Like, it's not that deep. But it is something that impacts my daily life because we live in a very alcohol-centric culture. Social events in your 20s revolve around alcohol. A lot of my work events, that's why it comes up so much. So I'm sorry that it's become a personality trait for me that I'm sober, but it's just, it keeps coming up. Some of you may know I'm sober because I think I've developed an alcohol allergy. I think I have an intolerance to it. I got to a point where I started getting really sick after one glass of wine, yada, yada, yada. Nobody cares. That's why I stopped drinking. It's been a year now. I love it. I'm so happy I don't drink anymore. My life has improved, yada, yada, yada. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Where I'm going with all this is I'm obsessed with ordering mocktails at restaurants and at bars. Okay. When I first became sober, I wasn't really into the mocktail. I had preconceived ideas about mocktails that were not true. My idea about a mocktail was, this is like ordering juice. Like, I don't want to order with my dinner a fucking glass of juice. You're giving me overpriced juice with like a fancy name and like a rosemary twig on top. You know what I mean? So fuck that. No thanks. Then I started getting curious and I started looking at the mocktail menu and I started seeing interesting things. Okay. They're doing some creative stuff on the mocktail menu. I've started giving them a chance and I've really had some wonderful experiences. And now I'm obsessed with ordering mocktails because they're not just juice. They'll do interesting things. Like, I'll tell you about some interesting mocktails I've ordered recently. When I was in New York a little while ago at a wine bar, they had this non-alcoholic herbal elixir that looks like wine, and they serve it in a wine glass. It's almost like a tea, but maybe use a little fermented. So good. It was like kind of lemony, very herby. It was a little weird tasting, a bit astringent like alcohol. It was like very fun to drink. Another one that I had was sparkling water, lime, and it was another sort of herbal elixir. It was like herbal extract. I think it was like chamomile extract and like some other different concentrate. That's what it was. It was like kind of bitter, delicious. At one of my favorite wine bars in Los Angeles, they don't really have a mocktail menu, but I told them, I was like, can you just make me a mocktail? I don't care what it is. Because you all know that I can't have wine. And they ended up making this interesting mocktail for me that was lime juice, sparkling water, vinegar, and like some sort of bitters, I think, or something. It was like so random, like using these different, I don't even know what the fuck was in it. Delicious. So fun. Such a novelty. There's also a lot of trendy brands making like non-alcoholic alcohol alternatives that either taste exactly like alcohol, which I don't really like, or they just have their own unique astringent flavor, like the brand, or not astringent, but like sharp flavor. Like the brand Gaia makes sort of alcohol alternatives. I've gotten a lot of Gaia spritzes. I'm into the mocktails. And even if a place doesn't have a mocktail, nowadays I'll just be like, make me one. And even if it's something I don't like, I like the experience of having a fun drink. It just makes life a little bit more exciting for me. Okay, next. This is so random, but I've been obsessed with doing this. So just stick with me. I have to explain it. You have to like focus. I like foods that have complex textures. Like I like a lot of texture in my food, right? And I'm always trying to find out interesting ways when cooking for myself to add texture to a meal. And I recently figured out that I could take croutons, put them in a mortar and pestle. A mortar and pestle is a little bowl with a peg. You use it to grind up spices or grind up like a whole peppercorn and grind it into ground pepper, right? So basically, I've started crushing up croutons in my mortar and pestle into more of like crispy breadcrumbs and sprinkling them onto everything I eat. I make a salad. Let me just grind up some croutons and sprinkle them on top. I'm making a pasta dish. Fuck it, a little crunch would be nice. I grind up the croutons, sprinkle it on top. I love this. And I think it's fucking genius. Here's why. Okay, croutons are delicious. My only problem with croutons is that they're very big and you only get one every few bites. I want crunch bread yumminess in more bites. So I want to break them up and put them and disperse them. Like then I get more crouton in more bites. Now, some of you might be thinking, Emma, why don't you use breadcrumbs? Well, in my experience with breadcrumbs, they're not always crispy enough. There's something about a crouton that's like really crispy. I don't know. I just like the texture better. And thus, I've discovered crushing up croutons in a mortar and pestle and sprinkling them on top of my food. Try it. See what happens. A little crunch never hurts. Next, hiking trips. Some of you may know I've been enjoying hiking a lot, which hasn't always been my thing. But over the last few years, I've gotten more and more into hiking. And recently I discovered the concept of a hiking trip. Going on a trip to a place that has good hikes and then hiking there. That discovery first was discovered when I went to Zion National Park in Utah. I don't know, maybe a year ago now. It was actually kind of a while ago. And I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. I need to do this again. And then recently I did it again. And I was like, hold up. This is so good. I want to start doing this like once every 2 months. Like this needs to be a part of my routine in my life. Because what I like about it too is that there are hikes everywhere. Basically just like hike and eat yummy food for the weekend. I just recently did it. And it was one of the best weekends I've had in a long time. We went to a little outdoorsy town in Southern California, like 2 hours outside of Southern California. They have a cute little downtown area, lots of hiking. And both days, we woke up nice and early. We hiked, I think, between like 7 and 10 miles. And then we'd go home, shower, hang out around town, eat, and then go to bed nice and early. It was easy. We planned it last minute. No problem, because we were just doing a little road trip for the weekend. Hiking is so wonderful, so grounding, so peaceful. There's so many beautiful sights to see. In the particular place that we went, there were swimming holes. It was like so incredible. But it also requires a level of discipline, which I think is also kind of nice. Like, I feel so good when I put effort into something. Every once in a while, I need to spend the weekend laying down, right? But like when I'm on vacation, I want to do stuff. I don't necessarily need to have like a super rigid plan. I actually think that can be sometimes detrimental to a fun vacation. But I want to be active. I want to be doing stuff. I want to be walking around town. I want to be swimming in the ocean. I want to be on a hike. Like I want to do stuff. So going on a hiking vacation, you get the satisfaction and the fulfillment of completing something. But hiking is great because you can do it in whatever way you want. You could hike for a mile. You could hike for 10. There are certain vacations where the main activity is shopping. I don't know. There are certain cities that I visit where every time I'm there, I'm like, this is a shopping city. I have to shop around. And that's fun, but like, I don't need to buy more things. And like shopping just for the sake of window shopping is fun, but like doing that for a full weekend, that gets old, without like the dopamine hit of buying something. It's like day 2 of window shopping. It's like, what the hell am I doing? I don't know. Hiking trips, the move. Even better if they're a road trip. They can be done spontaneously. It's a fulfilling activity. It's grounding. It's just such a vibe. I don't know. I'm into it. And last but not least, sleeping with a pillow under my legs. Okay, imagine this. Laying flat in my bed, pillow under my head, as always, but another pillow under my knees so that my knees are up, almost like bent, like this. I actually think that this is a sign that I need to get a new mattress because this is something that I like right now because it alleviates back pain. This is less of like a cutesy, like, I'm so into eyeliner right now. And it's actually like maybe my mattress just sucks or I like have back issues. But either way, this has been so comfortable. I'm going to Google it. Okay, according to the internet, sleeping with elevated legs can be more comfortable for many people, particularly those who stand or sit for long periods, as it promotes better circulation, reduces swelling and pain, and can alleviate lower back discomfort and sciatica by taking pressure off the legs and spine. However, some conditions or certain cases can be worsened by leg elevation, so consulting a doctor is crucial before making it a regular practice. Okay, well, I have not consulted a doctor and I'm just doing it. It sounds like it's fine. I do sit a lot and I also do have sciatica, perhaps because I was a competitive cheerleader for many years. I was also like particularly flexible. Like I would push myself to the limit. I was like a contortionist at one point. I was so flexible, lost all of it, but I think I have permanent back pain from that. So it could be from that. Either way, I'm loving sleeping with my legs up with a pillow underneath my legs. But I also think my mattress is not so good. So I might need to fix that at some point. But I don't know what to get. And then I have to go to the mattress store and try them all. And then I'm like, and knowing me, I'm so obsessive about making the right decision. Like I'm going to be at the mattress store for a week straight, obsessing over like, did I pick the right one? It's just not going to be good. So I'm dreading that. But I think that might help as well. But until then, I'm going to be enjoying sleeping with a pillow under my legs and perhaps indefinitely. So we'll keep you updated on that. And that's all I got. Those are the things that I like right now. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, have no fear. New episodes of Anything Goes every Thursday and Sunday, anywhere you stream podcasts. Although if you want to watch the video version of the episode, that is available on Spotify and YouTube. Anything Goes is on social media at Anything Goes. I'm on the internet at Emma Chamberlain. And my coffee company is on the internet and in the world at Chamberlain Coffee. I love you all. I appreciate you all. It is always a pleasure to get to hang out with you and spend time with you. And I'm grateful that you spend your time with me. And I hope that you enjoy the time that we spend together. And I'll talk to you very soon. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I love you. Have an amazing rest of your day.